Sacrifice now, live life now, and live life later. Let this be a mantra for you. Let this be an affirmation for you. I want to briefly discuss how you can make this possible and how you should practice sacrificing now so you can actually live life now and then live life later. A lot of times we have been programmed, and this is why a lot of things we need to reprogram our brain as far as our thinking. So that we will not fall into the thinking of some things that are not beneficial for our life. And this is one of them. Whereas we must sacrifice our whole life and then reap the benefits when we get older in age. Life is not promised to any of us. Unfortunately, we do not know the time when we will leave this earth. And that's why we should definitely live in a moment, have fun, enjoy ourselves. And this is why I want to discuss with you how we would have to sacrifice in order to make these things possible for the now and for the future. Because our future self is going to really thank us for our sacrifices that we do now. And a present person, us, ourselves, is going to enjoy the now because of our sacrifices. And I don't mean that we must sacrifice for a long period of time, but I'm just saying maybe an hour or two. Like, for example, I just got off work. I worked a full-time job. I'm a little tired. I want to go home. Well, this is my home. I actually live in my car. And that's another sacrifice, and I will discuss that in a minute. But what I'm choosing to do to sacrifice, because I want to continue to practice living below my means, meaning that I'm not spending my main job money, I'm budgeting, and I'm paying off my debt. However, my sacrifice is for me to work doing Instacart, and that's how I make extra money. And it actually adds up. Like, I make close to $100 a week. So if I save that, the whole month I'll make an additional $500. And that way, if I want to do something fun, because it's not a life to just continue to work and not do anything. Even if I'm living in my car, I'm not just going to work, and not have any type of fun and not take care of myself. That's not going to happen. It's not even healthy. It's not good for your mental health. It's just not good for your physical health. You must be able to get out and do things and have fun. But what I do is I save that money, and anytime I want to do something fun, like let's say if I want to go get a manicure or pedicure, I want to go on a mini vacation or a staycation. If I don't want to stay in my car, I want to get a hotel room, I'll have that extra money to do that. Or if I want to go to the spa, because like I said, everyone's experience living in a car is different. Okay? I live in my car, but I still like nice things. We all like nice things, and I just need to fund those nice things at the same time saving my money. So that's how I sacrifice. Another way I sacrifice is by living in my car to pay off my debt. And now these are uncomfortabilities that we have to endure for however long we want to plan on accomplishing our goal. Like, as for me, it may be uncomfortable with me living in my car sometimes. I'm going to be honest with you. Do I miss being in a home? Yes. Do I miss the rent? No, I don't miss that. And that's how I'm choosing to sacrifice. And now, speaking about your older self, how you're sacrificing now. If you're not investing your money, I'm going to advise that you do. Even if it's $5, open up a brokerage. Well, it's called a high yield savings account. You can open one with Charles Schwab, Fidelity. You can open them with Vanguard. You can just continue to put in $5, $10. It will add up. But I suggest you put in more. But if you can't afford that, at least put in $5 every time you get paid. And it'll continue to accumulate. And then you can buy stocks, buy shares, and research those stocks. Mainly the ones that have dividends. If they've been in business for more than 50 years, then I would suggest that you would invest with them. And the dividends will continue to accumulate. And your older self will thank you for that. Another way that you will be sacrificing is by, let's say you're tired, but you need to go to the gym. You're sacrificing your time to continue to stay in shape. And your older self and your present self is going to thank you for that. So these are ways that you would sacrifice to be able to enjoy life abundantly. I truly believe that life is meant to thrive. It's not just meant to just work, And another thing too, if we sacrifice doing certain behaviors, then we will be better off. And I will give you an example. Another thing too, this is what I was going to say, is that if you have an end date, if you set a goal date of when you wanted to accomplish it, then you will have in your mind, okay, I need to sacrifice for this amount of time to reach this goal. And that will give you the energy to continue to sacrifice to do this. Like for example, for me, I know that I'm trying to accomplish paying off my credit card within 6 to 8 months. And so that's giving me the fuel to sacrifice my time to do Instacart. But let me go into the store. I'm going to do Instacart. I just need to find my card. And then I'll go from there. I'll talk to you in a minute. So now I have my card. And so now I'm about to do Instacart. So come along with me. And we can just finish this conversation. Woo! It's kind of noisy out here. But yeah, like I was saying, we have to get out of the mindset whereas we just have to work, and we have this finish line as far as like when we're going to retire, retirement age. That's the age that we're going to really live our life, and that's not true. That's not the case. So I'm going to just got a cart. But yeah, I want to let you know that, okay, I don't want to get anyone in my thing. So right now what I'm doing is I need to get a couple of items from here. Let's see. I think it's this way. I'm sorry. Okay. So this only takes a couple of, I guess, an hour as far as what I need to get. And then I have the whole evening to myself to be able to start, writing down again my goals and getting some sleep, because that's important. It's all a part of self-wellness, taking care of yourself. So if you sacrifice 2 hours of your time, you'll be able to make probably like $100 a week. And then that'll add up. You'll be making an extra $500 a week. So this is what I mean when I'm saying sacrifice. You can be able to budget, and whatever goal you're wanting to reach financially, you'll have some extra money to put aside and save. And this is basically what I do. I do this twice a week, sometimes on a weekend, and I have already had probably $400 to $500 by the end of the month. So it's really working for me, and it's really helping me pay off my debt as well. Because another thing I want to discuss in the next video is bondage, as far as debt bondage, and you don't want that. You want to be debt free. And so this is another way that you can chop down your debt and be debt free. So let me hurry up and finish this Instacart and get out of this store, and I will talk to you in a minute. Okay, so I just finished dropping off my Instacart order, and I just wanted to briefly touch on debt bondage. This is very crucial, very important. And to all my young subscribers out there, my younger subscribers, I want to really talk to you, but talk to everyone, of course, but mainly you, because if you learn this while you're younger, then it will be beneficial for you when you reach my age. I don't want you to make the same mistakes that I've made as far as having debt bondage, because it is bondage. It's holding you up from doing what you really want to do because you have all this debt. Whereas if you have debt and it messes up your credit score, you can't do what you want to do until your credit score is higher. Or as you have all this debt and you cannot have any money left over because you have to pay these bills. You know, I'm not talking about your monthly bills that, you know, are every month. I'm talking about collections. If you don't pay it in time, it goes to collections. You have to pay that. Or if you have a credit card bill. So you don't want to go into this habit whereas you're having this bondage over your head, looming over your head. It's not fun. One thing that I want to say, and this is going back to sacrificing. Let's say everyone has a nice car and it's worth a lot of money. You don't have to buy that car because, you know, after the car leaves the car lot, the dealership, it depreciates. Buy a car that is good to take you from A to B. And I'm not talking about back in the day they used to say hoopty. I'm not talking about a car that's not going to last you. I'm just talking about you don't have to buy a car that's worth so many thousands of dollars just to keep up with other people, you know. And it's not necessarily that. Maybe you really like this car. Maybe you really like this car. But think about it like this. If you do not have the money in your account to cover that car, then don't buy it. Because it's going to be annoying. Every month you're going to have $800, $800, you know, $900. And that's not even including car insurance. And it's just bondage. It's just keeping you back from what you're really wanting to focus on. You may have some major goals that you're wanting to accomplish, but you cannot accomplish them because you have this bondage over you. And another thing, as far as a credit card, and I'm speaking about myself, you know, I have a $25,000 credit card limit. Just because you have that high limit, it doesn't mean you have to spend it all. You have to reprogram our brain, reprogram our mind. I keep saying that because I'm just reiterating that to myself as well. If you do not have the money in your bank account, do not charge your credit card. And if you're wanting to charge it, only charge less than 15%. You know, do that. And try to just continue to get into the practice of paying off that bill at the end of the month. And this way you will not have any bondage over you as far as debt. So I want to reiterate that to you. So you won't be in the same, you know, again, I chose to live in my car, but looking in hindsight here, if I would have not use my whole credit card balance, right? If I would have made smarter decisions, maybe I wouldn't have to go this route, you know? Maybe I would choose another option. But again, for me, it's my credit card, but it's also the rent is too high. But if I didn't have this credit card bill that I'm trying to pay off and a couple of other bills, maybe I can be able to have extra money saved over. And it wouldn't be that I'm constantly paying the credit card bill every month and the interest is eating it up. So these are things that I want to share with you all. But I hope that you've learned something from this video that I've shared with you. I hope you understand again that if you make certain choices in life and you sacrifice just a little bit of your time or anything that you're choosing to sacrifice for the greater good of your life and to make things better for you. Just know that if you do these minor things, you can live life now, presently, and you can live life in the future. But again, I hope that you like and subscribe to my channel, Chosen Path Bright. Also share. And also, again, I ask of you, if you have anything that you want to comment on, please leave a comment. I'd love to receive them. If you have any questions for me, please leave a comment. And if you have any inspiration, or if you also have some wisdom to share with me, I would love to learn, because we are always learning. We're never too old to learn. And you must always remember that. You must learn until you leave this earth. You know, don't be someone who does not want to learn from someone. I can learn from someone younger than me, and I can learn from someone older than me. You must have that mindset. But until next time, take care.